Welcome back, Yael and Matt recap Halloween.
We do. We are.
Matt,
We're
Kona,
trying.
and Yael Gavish are here till the end. It's almost the end. We can smell it.
Saturday night.
Smells
Make
weird.
sure after you listen to the final episode of the month, you shut your clocks off in your house.
Yeah, and then you're rewatching everything or re-listening to everything because you have an extra hour of the day. So
Yeah.
that's probably how you want
Should
it.
we do a 30-second podcast?
Let's
Meant
recap the hour of
to only be listened
day
to between 3 and 4 a.m.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Saturday
premiere.
going into 7 a.m. Well, I mean, we did recap 32 movies this month. When this is done. Because
Why?
we did I See You twice.
Oh yeah, that was bad. Shelly, no.
We did a special episode where we watched the wrong movie.
Yeah, make sure that you never do that. It's always really bad. Yeah, today we watched Eli.
Right, but there's also a Bollywood film called Eli.
Not this one.
We didn't watch that one.
Luckily, I told Matt, be careful.
Yeah.
And
I got off Netflix.
it would have been
India.
like super funny if you would have done that.
Oh,
Just
I mean,
play
it's a
that
comedy movie anyway. I don't know.
Oh, okay. But then start. I mean, I wouldn't guess it in the beginning.
Right. Well, this is your sheet for Eli.
Yes, it is.
My sheet is
I don't know.
nearby.
Hopefully.
Eli, okay, so this is a Netflix original movie.
2019, yeah. I feel like you can see that a Netflix, like that the movie is a Netflix production.
Well, what gives it the Netflix feel? Because
I'm not sure, something like the Stranger Things vibes. And Stranger Things were like really good with everything. A lot of movies are just
I got
like
no Stranger Things vibes from this.
I'm talking about the production. I mean, like the directing and like the camera. I don't know, the music. Something
Yeah.
is, and it's good for like Stranger Things as a TV show. It's good, but then in movies it doesn't work. I mean, Eli wasn't very. How do you say sochef?
Well,
Like when you're in the ocean and there's like a wave that comes and take you in. How do you say that verb? Would like take you with it.
you get taken out to sea, like
Yeah,
with the
so
undertow.
those movies are not like that. There's another movie that we watched this year. That was another type. I mean, you can feel it. There's something that is just like, I don't know, like a car that doesn't like turn on. Like it's like, but it doesn't like go all the way.
Yeah. Well, what made you want to pick this movie?
I don't know what to pick anymore. And I was just like, okay, I didn't pick a lot of things from Netflix, and I just saw that, and it had like, I mean, it wasn't a bad movie. It was okay. I enjoyed watching it after so many movies that we watched this month. But I don't know, I wouldn't tell people like, oh my God, you have to watch this movie.
Yeah. Yeah, it didn't really.
I mean, I feel like, you know what? I feel like Netflix, I just feel that Netflix a couple of years ago were like number one. Everybody were watching Netflix. Now there's so many streaming options and channels. So they're just like trying to give anything and as much as they can to keep people like buying, like paying every month. And you feel that it's not about the quality, it's about the quantity. Quantity? How do you say that?
Yeah, quantity.
And it's just like the babysitter. I mean, it's okay. It's not like something that I would watch. They didn't bring one thing in the last year, especially in the last year, and more than that, they took off Friends. I mean, the only thing that kept me on Netflix, I feel like so many, and it's a fact, so many people like canceled Netflix because they took off Friends, and they just.
Are you gonna cancel it at the end of the month?
I don't mind. I mean, we don't watch Netflix anymore. I feel like we watch Hulu more. The Family Guy.
Yeah. So basically, this episode is just us saying goodbye to Netflix.
Aww.
You better cancel before the end of the month. So
I mean, we'll see. Maybe they're listening to our podcast and they're gonna start to do like good content. Content. Yeah. I'm very insecure today with my English. I mean, today, now, in the last 2 minutes. Yeah, I wish that they would bring like good stuff. I like Netflix, and I mean it's my favorite platform until now, like the most comfortable one for me to use.
I think they should just
Amazon.
get away from streaming and go back to the DVDs in the mail model that they started with.
Where are the VSR, VSG, VCH, how do you say?
VHS? They never had VHS.
HIV. What? What? How do you call it?
VHS.
VHS.
Yeah.
And VCR, what is VCR?
Is what plays VHS tapes.
Why would you call it that? In Hebrew, it's like video and video.
Well, I mean...
Do you have video?
You could say I rent a video. You don't have to say I'm going to the store to get a VHS. I mean, you'd still call it video.
Do you know there's still like... probably not Blockbuster, but
there is one
machines.
Blockbuster still in America.
Yeah, no, but I'm talking about the machines to rent movies. I saw one like recently.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. They're outside
Why?
Convenience stores and things
Why?
like that.
I mean,
because not everybody lives in a high quality internet place, and some people. It's like, why do people still buy DVDs?
I don't miss
for the same
that.
reason that people rent DVDs.
I don't miss that. The stress for me, like, is the stress of like going the day after and return it on time before they're like gonna charge me double.
Well, I've never used Redbox, is the service you're talking about, where you can rent a movie from a machine on the corner.
You've never used that?
No, I've never used Redbox.
Really?
Yeah.
It wasn't that popular here as in Israel? I mean...
It may have been popular, but it was...
I'm talking about like 15, 20 years ago.
15, 20 years ago, they didn't have Redbox machines.
Yes, they did in Israel. It
okay,
was by
I didn't live in
Blockbuster.
Israel 15 to 20 years
No,
ago.
but I'm saying it was by Blockbuster.
Okay, well, that's good. I've never... I can remember seeing those in like the last 10 years. I've never used one. So,
I used it as a child. I mean, it's like when
you
used to go to Blockbuster and get...
So, I would go to a store. You would just stand outside a convenience store and flip through
it wasn't like next to convenience stores. It was just like...
They have them inside of supermarkets.
No, it wasn't like that. It was like
I mean, I'm just telling you where I've seen them.
So I'm saying in Israel we had them like outside in streets and like public place, and then I hated to go there.
But not outside a convenience store.
And sometimes I used to convince my mom to go rent a movie, and she was like, "All right, go." She sent me with her credit card because I wanted to watch a specific movie, and then bam, it was gone. I remember that like red light next to it, and I was like, "Oh, come on." And then you never know, like maybe the person that rented it is going to come back in like an hour, but you never know. So I had to, and my mom already said yes, so I had to like pick whatever other movie. Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, I don't like it now. I would never do that now. It was stressful. But yeah.
You would never do it now because of the stress that it caused you back then?
Yeah, I mean, back then also my mom paid, so if we were late, I mean, I didn't work for that money. I was a teenager, so I didn't give a shit about anything.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Well, I liked the idea of going to the video store. I agree that sometimes
video stores are fun.
Sometimes it sucked if what you wanted wasn't there, and then you just have to. You've already spent so much. Yeah, but you've already spent that much time there, and you have to just get something, so that you'll end up just getting something you've already seen before, something that you don't really want to see, and.
But then for me, the thing that we had is that we had like, I don't know, like 20 movies per month. We didn't have like the unlimited. It was expensive. So you wouldn't pick a movie that you already watched. I probably did because it's me, but my mom was probably getting mad at me if I would do that.
Okay, so you had to buy a membership to this kiosk thing?
No, so not in the kiosk. We also had like stores, and the kiosks were just like really convenient because it was right next to your house.
So you pay a monthly flat rate membership, and you can only get 20 movies a month?
No, so you can buy I don't know, like 10 movies a month. You can buy 20 movies a month. You can buy the unlimited. The unlimited was like very expensive.
But you can't just like have a card and then just rent however many movies you want. It could be one a month.
Yes, you can do that, but it's expensive. It's the most expensive. You usually buy like a package that it will make it a little cheaper.
All right. We never had that in the video stores.
Wait, so how
era that I went to?
Yael and Matt break up video stores.
It would be a free membership that you would have to a video store, and then it would cost when it was before Blockbuster, it would be like $2 for a video, $3.50 if it was a new release, and then when Blockbuster moved in, it was like everything was $4 to $5.
So imagine we had Blockbuster in Israel, but imagine that you have like
I understand the
$4
concept.
to $5 per one movie, and then if you're buying more per month, then you pay it ahead. So
yeah, no, I understand. Like your business model makes sense. Seems
Jewish.
It seems like it would be a good way to incentivize people to watch more movies and buy a certain whatever.
It was fun. It was a good time.
Yeah.
I remember that a section, by the way, Halloween, that's why we're recapping today. And what we're recapping today. But there was like the store, and then upstairs they had like a little tiny room, like an attic, with a lot of very old, I mean, it was already like DVD world, but upstairs they had like some very old VHS.
Mm-hmm.
Really? VHS?
Really? Yes.
VHS.
Remember you learned that 5 minutes ago?
I can't stand like those words.
They're
with like
3 letters. It's not a word.
There's so many. There's like FBI, CBS, HBO.
Well, all the VHS have FBI warnings on them, and some of them were
stresses me out.
CBS
Too many.
and
Just
HBO.
like say the word. So the so the upstairs they had like a little attic with very, very, very old horror movies. Like not very old, but like very weird, random horror movies. And I remember Sharon, my best friend, and I used to go rent random weird movies. I rented It one time. It counted as one movie, even though there were like 2 cassettes in there. Yeah. So so It was like in that section.
Yeah. Well, my Gold Star Video, which was there were 2 sort of independent video stores in my town, and Gold Star Video was my favorite, and every Halloween was 50 cents on all horror movie VHS. They never even got to DVD. They were out of business before DVDs became a thing. But yeah, 50 cents for horror movies, so I would rent a shitload. I'd ride my bike down there after school, and most of the basis of horror movies was either based on something that I'd heard, whether it's Child's Play, Jason, Freddy, or maybe I'd seen on TV. How old were you? I don't know, probably 12 or 13.
Okay.
And maybe 14. I forget what year Blockbuster rolled into town and ruined everything. Mm-hmm. But 50 cents a movie. That was great. And but this Eli was not a movie that if I saw the cover, it would not have attracted me because it just looked like a generic, like judging by the cover, it looked like an 80s or 2000s emo metalcore
because I
album.
remember it. You said Gold Star?
Yeah.
Gold Star in Israel, it's a very good beer. But we had Video Tzafrir. We did have video. Tzafrir. It probably was the last name of the person that owned it. Yeah. So that was like the best one. It was a little cheaper than Blockbuster. Blockbuster was at the mall, and it was the most expensive one.
Yeah.
And I loved like going just like looking around. Didn't have a membership. Yeah, sorry, Eli. I judged by the cover, and I wrote, if not Halloween month, I would never pick it.
Yeah.
It looked like a Van Gogh thing, like painting weird.
Yeah. Just didn't look great.
Yeah. Didn't What was your body count?
I guessed there would be 3 bodies.
Ooh. I said 1.
Oh.
You won. How many we said? 4?
Yeah, I think so.
3 nurses and girl
1
doctor.
Dead. 2,
1 dead.
5.
4. What?
Okay, you said 3 nurses, 1 girl, but...
No, I said 2 nurses, 1 doctor.
Okay.
And...
Yeah.
First death.
I said 42 minutes.
I said 31. You won too,
Yeah,
right? Oh my God! Wow.
Nudity.
Day.
No.
I said no.
Bleak ending.
No.
I said yes.
I said no.
And you said, oh, you did.
What do you think? Was it a bleak ending or no?
I think it was a sort of a. All right.
I wouldn't call it bleak ending.
We'll get into it. I'll say it was kind of like a. No, it wasn't a bleak ending, but so this movie.
Wait, animal death.
I said cat.
I said no.
So this movie was an MTV film. Now, but MTV has made some alright movies. I feel like I haven't heard one in a while. Beavis and Butthead Do America. Joe's Apartment. But this was not... I feel like MTV is for people who are young and with short attention spans. And this movie took way too long to get interesting.
And even when it got interesting, it was kind of like, all right, what's next?
Well, that's the thing. It's like, okay, you took an hour and 15 minutes to make me kind of care more about everything that I've seen so far. And then you're like, oh, where's it going to end now? And then it just ends. It's just like you think it's about to go to another scene or another act.
Yeah, no, the end was perfect. I was very happy when it was over, and it was kind of like to the point.
Okay, you're arguing that the ending was perfect. I'm arguing that I'm like, oh, I thought we were going to get something more.
Yeah.
Because the movie, the tone of the movie, there's a bit of a twist, and they lay it on you very late in the movie. It's not like a last minute twist, but it's getting close to it, and then you're like, okay, we're going to go see this character that they're talking about. No, we're not. It's just, you gotta leave it to your imagination.
Yeah, which I like that.
Okay. Also, I like it sometimes, but I don't like it when a movie has just been not entertaining me for the 90% of the movie.
But that's probably why I liked it. It was like, yes, it's over, great. I mean,
okay.
Maybe that's why I was happy with it.
You liked the ending because
it
happened when you wanted it to.
Yeah, it felt like a very, I don't know, like we said in Moroach, like when you're like, when you put a cream on and you're like, how do you say that? Like,
well, that kind of makes sense for this movie because this character, Eli, who is 9 or 10 years old or something, is the main character, and he's the person that you see the bulk of the movie. He's a kid who lives in a bubble and is...
Like literally in a bubble.
Yeah. Like, is allergic to the world, is what he's told. And when he touches air, he starts getting boils on his skin and gets redness. So he's taken to this secluded castle for some nurse to work on him. And his parents are watching. There's multiple treatments. He starts having these like visions that the place might be haunted.
It was kind of like obvious that those people are not good people. I mean, the doctor was a little scary. Do I know her from somewhere? She looked very familiar.
Lily Taylor? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, she's been in a bunch of stuff. I'm not sure what exactly you would have seen her in. But she's been around since the 90s.
Acting was good. Even the kid was very cute. I mean, the acting was good. Also, the girl...
He was a cute little kid with skin problems and being experimented on. He was... And having nightmares. So it was adorable.
No, I'm saying no. I'm talking about like the kid. Like the acting was good. Sometimes you see a kid and you're like, oh my god, I can't watch him. He's so annoying.
No, but you just said the kid was cute.
He was cute.
Okay, but I'm just saying that every scene that he's in is pretty much a terrible position.
It doesn't matter. He was still cute.
And that's why I was making a joke. Oh, he was so adorable the way he was tortured and having nightmares.
The way that he reacted to things were cute.
He talks to a girl through a window, you know.
Yeah, this girl, I think she was on Stranger Things, maybe. That's the girl from there. The
I
sister.
don't know. Maybe. She seemed familiar.
Yeah, we've seen her before. I think it's the girl from Stranger Things. The girl from season 2, not from the first season. What's her name? I forgot.
I don't know. But that's the vibes that you're getting.
Skateboard girl.
Yeah.
So we see that like doctor and she's like, yeah, and these are my 2 nurses. One doesn't even speak English, and I'm like, and
she just says assorted Spanish phrases like Dios mío.
Yeah, and
nobody speaks Spanish to her.
And then the kid asked her questions, and she was like, "You asked too many. Do you know what happened to the kid that asked too many questions?" And he's like, "He got answers."
She was very much like a political answer. He says like, "Are you going to cure me?" And she says like, I will do what you need to be done. I will.
No, that was the doctor. I'm talking about the Spanish speaker.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, nobody's giving the kids straight answers. The parents they don't know. This is all they know is they've drained their bank account to get to this point, to bring him to this doctor. They're skipping out on hotel bills, paying with Rolexes off their wrists.
I feel like, was it Rolex?
I don't know. It's a fancy watch.
No, I don't think that he would ask for a Rolex for like $200.
I don't think he would have given him that either.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like there are like a lot of unnecessary scenes for things that they could have shown in different ways. They had the scene in the beginning where the family are staying in a motel, a very cheap, terrible one, not all close to motel hell that we recapped yesterday.
No smoked meats were sold in the gift shop, though.
Yeah, but then the father is going to pay for 2 nights, and the guy is like, oh, for 1 night, and he's like, no, you were here for 2 nights. Now it's 9:03, and check out it's at 9:00. And he's like, "Are you kidding me? That's what I have. That's all I have." And he's like, because the credit card doesn't go through, and then he's like, gives him some cash, and it's like, "That's all I have." And then he's like, "Oh, give me your watch." And I'm like, "Really? That's how you show?" I mean, all that scene was to show that they don't have a lot of money because they probably spent most of it on like curing the kid. I don't know. I feel like they could have done that in a cooler way and shorter way, and
they could have shortened
something
so
that will probably like push the story a little more.
And the movie wasn't super long. It was like an average length movie. It was like an hour and 30 something minutes.
Just the first 2 acts felt like forever.
And a lot of the stuff when he's in this weird Victorian house and he's looking around and he gets visited by this girl who's telling him that they've experimented on other kids there, and that could have all been cut down and condensed too, so that it got interesting earlier, and then you could maintain that, and then maybe people would forgive the slow movingness of the beginning of it, which I do not, because it didn't do that, and it just went on for a long sleepy time, and we watched it during the daytime. But yeah, I mean the performances were fine. It's just that the shit moved slow. MTV, you know, you're not making videos, clips, so you're gonna make they're not good at clips. They don't even make videos anymore, and it wasn't the network that made the videos anyway. But you know what I'm saying.
So the kid at the end, the girl tells him like, "Oh, you can fight them. Like you're stronger than them." And the doctor doesn't like this girl. She's like, she's
a troublemaker.
And then he wins. Is like before she's giving him the last treatment that basically is supposed to kill him, he's becoming a mutant and start to kill everybody. So he turned.
He could summon fire.
Yeah.
He walks and leaves a fiery
Which
footprints.
it was a fun scene. I like that scene. He
Yeah.
kills his father.
It was a cool twist. And I'm like, why? I wish this happened earlier.
Yeah. No, I wish that other things that would give something more fun to watch would happen.
Yeah, I mean,
earlier.
the ghost, like this, there were
ghosts weren't interesting.
there, or
I mean,
something supernatural was going on, and they did some cool stuff with it. But
with the ghost, I feel like if they would focusing more about the ghost and turning it to more ghost stuff, I mean, the ghost tried to lead him to somewhere,
yeah,
and then he just wrote his name like. How do you say?
Seemingly, what was his name, but it was actually a code for a secret door
What?
on a number pad.
What did you say?
I said the ghost seemingly wrote his name, but it seemingly, like his name is Eli. The ghost wrote those letters, but they turned out to be numbers.
He wrote lie.
Yeah.
And then Eli saw that from upside down, and he realized that it's like 317, and it was the code for the lab. But then I'm like, okay, so that's the only thing. I mean, give more things from that ghost. The ghost was a cool idea. I mean, that they're trying to help him get somewhere, but it wasn't really there. It was like once in a while, giving him a very boring thing. And also, I feel like the beginning was pretty. Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. There were parts that could move, but it's.
Yeah. If you're watching 31 movies a month, you can put it on the list. I mean, it's not a very bad movie.
Yeah.
Take off I See You, the bad version from release, though.
Yeah.
Watch the good one. I feel like we're mentioning it every episode somehow.
This is the new I See You podcast.
Yeah, it's a traumatic event for both of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't have much else to say about it.
That's it. That
the
was
production
the movie.
values were fine, and there were things that could have been better. For a movie that's mostly starring a child, it was fine. It's not something that I look forward to
watch again.
Being the lead actor of any movie. These fucking kids today running on my lawn. But, you know. Then it turns out he's the spawn of Satan. Count. And then we never get to meet Satan.
Yeah, exactly. But you got the body count in the first kill.
Right, so I feel good about that.
You should like that movie now. Thank you for watching or listening.
Yeah, I recommend watching The Book of Eli instead. I think that's a Will Smith post-apocalyptic movie, which I've not seen, but I imagine it's more fun than this one. Or any movie by Eli Roth, who directed Hostel and appears as an actor in the Inglourious Bastards and Timothy Roth movies too. Word association now. That's it. We're 2 more days left. I gotta save a few brain cells for the last couple movies.
No, we have 3 more days.
3 more days.
Baby.
See.
3 more days. Almost done.
I think that we should rent the last movie from a Redbox machine in front of a Shaw's.
It's weird.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for listening and watching. I'm Yael Gavish. This is Matt Kona. And happy Halloween. Almost it's there. Thank you for being here with us. Bye.